It's the original sexy liberal herself, Stephanie Miller, with the Sexy Liberal Comedy Tour. Hey,
I
Stephanie.
stole that title from you, Thom Hartmann.
Yeah, right.
You mink.
Thank you. But we all know it ain't true. The Stephanie Miller Show, by the way, StephanieMiller.com. You can check it out. Stephanie, you're going on tour again.
We are. We're kicking off the election year, 2014 Sexy Liberal, Thom Hartmann, and it's a whole new show. We are so excited. We're kicking it off tomorrow in Phoenix, and Jim Ward, the famous Jim Ward, and Chris Lavoie will be joining the show and emceeing, and Carlos Rocky is new to the tour, who is hilarious, who played Lieutenant Garcia on Reno 911 and has been a dear friend of mine for a long time, and of course, the startlingly beautiful John Fugelsang.
Yes.
And we're going into Governor Bonefinger's territory, Jan Brewer.
Yes. I loved Lieutenant Dangle. I thought that was just one of the most hysterical spoofs of police, Reno 911 that I'd ever seen. I turned so many people out of it.
We're hoping that he did not bring his papers with him, Carlos, and Sheriff Arpaio will arrest him on stage because Sexy Liberal could use the publicity, frankly.
Yeah, well, please give him my very best regards.
Right.
I think a lot of people don't realize that you don't just do a radio show, and you have a long career, a brilliant career as a stand-up comedian, and a whole bunch of other things in the media that you've done over the years. But that you're back doing stand-up comedy, and you got a whole bunch of basically a troupe that you've put together.
Yeah, well, as you know, I started as a dancer at the Itchy Kitty in Reseda out here, but that was where the stage work
Seriously?
began, Tom.
No, you're making this up.
Oh, Tom, you're so easily fooled.
I am. That's why you're the comedian. I'm the straight man here. Literally,
it's really it's become as you know, it's just such a sort of phenomenon, just much to our surprise, because it's really everywhere we go, we try to obviously localize it somewhat, and it's always different because it's depends on what's going on in the news and in politics. So
I saw your gig here when you were in Washington D.C. in the fall, and it was hysterical.
Oh, thank you, honey. Yeah, well, we do. I do Q&A with the audience, and we do panel, and everybody does some stand up, and it's. But yeah, we were saying it's just. I think at this point, people are buying tickets to be just to be with each other, not necessarily to see us.
Which is why I think a number of them have already sold out.
There.
I'm sorry. Say it again.
I said, so you're not stuck with the crazy Tea Party people out there. You're in somewhere safe with like-minded people.
Yes,
I think that's what it's.
Yes. Which is why I think some of them have already sold out. I mean, it's. I was looking at your website.
Madison's been sold out for a long time, but Phoenix, we just and we pick a different sexy liberal cause, Tom, in every city that we give some of the proceeds to. And tomorrow, some of it is going to Gabby Gifford's foundation.
Oh, good on you.
She and her husband Mark, who I just was lucky enough to hang out with in Arizona not too long ago, are, of course, trying to work for reasonable gun control, and their organization is doing great work, and so some of the proceeds go to that tomorrow. That's what we picked for our Phoenix cause. So,
Mark is an astronaut, isn't he?
Yeah.
Has he actually been up in outer space?
Oh yeah. No,
Whoa.
he just retired, but yeah, he's such an impressive guy, and they have a book coming out, and so anyway, yeah, it's just it's such a loving, sort of joyful audience too, Tom. It's interesting. We were saying that, if you started in the comedy clubs, it's interesting. There can be such a kind of ugly, racist, homophobic kind of vibe to comedy clubs, and this paradigm is kind of turning that on its ear. It's sort of, making fun of the racists and homophobes, and, proving that it can be even funnier, hopefully. And like I say, money goes to good causes, and we try and, spread the sexy liberal gospel.
Well, I think we're talking with Stephanie Miller. She's, in addition to doing a radio show every day, she's now going on tour once again. She's been doing this for a couple of years with the Sexy Liberal Comedy Tour, and she's going to be in Phoenix tomorrow night at the Orpheum. And for tickets, you can go to phoenix.ticketforce.com or stephaniemiller.com. I'm guessing there's a link.
Yeah.
But is it possible? Because I used to go to the comedy club on Sunset in Los Angeles back in the 70s when I would be in LA doing business, and the 80s. I can't tell you how many nights I've hung out there and watched, and there was that edge, and there used to be like the racist edge and the homophobic, but it seems like the whole gestalt of even comedy is changing or am I just hanging out with better people now?
Yeah, you're just hanging. You have that giant, well-endowed brain of yours, but but it's comedy for smart people, and it's I also think it's like I say, it's really making fun of the bullies rather than than the opposite, because I think that like I say, that certainly, when I came up with the comedy clubs a long time ago, it was not just sexist, but it was sort of racist, homophobic, just that kind of stuff. Whereas this
a certain amount of misogyny too,
Yeah, absolutely. But like for instance, our next show, we just got invited. We don't usually do them on such short notice, but that one's selling out as well. Is March 1st in Fort Lauderdale, because it's for Pride. It's Gay Pride weekend, and they invited us, and so and Judy Tenuta is going to do panel, and Jackie Scheckner, our current TV news anchor, is going to join us on panel as well. So, but that one's selling out, and I thought, look at that, Tom. I mean, look how quickly we've come in gay rights. I mean, even since you and I met each other a few years ago, right? I mean, it's incredible, particularly with the Virginia case today. I mean, how amazing would that be? The state where, we finally, the loving, the whole loving situation.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's not my dog, that's my phone.
Yeah.
But right, I mean, the whole, interracial marriage, I mean, how amazing if that's the case that goes to the Supreme Court and gets marriage equality nationwide, right?
Yes. I think it's absolutely true, and I think it's going to go worldwide, in the next decade or two. I just, this is happening, and you're on Free Speech TV now.
I am your cohort on Free Speech TV.
Indeed.
I am so you class up the joint and I bring everything down
so people can check out your show. What is the time, Eastern time? It's
9 to noon Eastern time.
9 to noon Eastern, which would be 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific time.
Yep.
And you can do the math in between. Right? Okay, Stephanie Miller. StephanieMiller.com is the website. She's going on the Sexy Liber. Stephanie, it's always great talking with you.
You too, sweetheart. Love you.
I hope to see you soon. Thank you.
You too, honey.
Keep up the great work. We'll be right back.